What's the buzz? This is Zeta Beetle, and welcome back to TGIF. In this series, I'm going to be working on the challenges from Chapter 2, Season 7. And those of you who are observant may guess that that means that the score war is suspended, and you would be right. On the topic of the score war, this too was supposed to be a competition series. However, due to the PlayStation trophies not showing up in clips, this can no longer be a competition series because it depends on myself getting the Fortnite challenges done and Jester showing off the PlayStation trophies of Minecraft Bedrock Edition. So, yeah. The main reason why I am uploading this part of the formerly contest series and still contest series and the DVD is due to the fact that it's taking up room in my system and it desperately needs to be taken out. Because I've only got 80 gigs on the system, and you would think that the system didn't need that much to update a game, but I have tried updating Fortnite at about 50 gigs, and they always come up with the thing that says, "Sorry, you don't have enough room for this update. Clear out some space and come back." So that's what I've been doing. I have been getting rid of some clips, posting them on YouTube first, and then deleting them off the system to make some more room. And I have recently had to take out the TNT falls on me every 10 seconds video because of it. So that was a fun day. I just hope that doesn't fall off of YouTube one day through some mishap. But if it does, I won't have anything to back it up. So there we go. Anyway, let's go on ahead and move on with the actual topic of the video, which is to say, I am searching for Bushranger, or at least anybody to talk to, as that is part of the challenge, to talk to 3 out of a list of characters. And wouldn't you know it, the flippin' Bushranger is right here, right now. I decide to talk to him for as long as it takes to get through his whole spiel. Then afterwards, I point the assault rifle right at his face, asking him to give me a good reason not to blast him in the face right now. But he didn't have to answer, because the fact of the matter is, when you do that to a NPC, they usually fight back, and you would just waste bullets and shield potions fighting those guys. So I leave him alone and go to find my next one, and the next one that I find out of the whole bunch is Dreamflower. In fast motion, I took that guy out, possibly with an assault rifle. But I go into the storm to search for Dreamflower because I am just that determined to get done with this mission. Unfortunately, I do not get it all done in one round, due to the fact that most likely I die in the storm here. But I do complete 2/3 of the challenge right here. And here I finish off the quest to converse with the 3 characters out of the list. So essentially, I'm trying to zoom in on the map while I'm on the mission screen, which is not possible. So I decide to go on to the missing named location that only just got grayed out in Chapter 2, Season 7. And, thinking that that X meant something, I land right on top of it, trying to see if I needed to do so for a challenge. Once I do, the named location reveals itself to be Believer Beach. So after having landed on the X and seeing that it wasn't a challenge the whole time, I decide to take in the sheer size of the mothership of the season. And that thing is pretty much a looming threat in the sky for the whole season, up until Operation Skyfire takes it down. For those of you who have missed the live event, don't you worry about that. I'm going to be posting a video on it on the season finale, showing exactly what happened. And that'll be the only episode in which I actually have live commentary on it. Every other time, I did not know that the feature to allow your microphone audio in clips was even a thing. So, up until then, you're having to look at post commentary. And now we get to Sunny, who is none too pleased that Bunker Jonesy knows that she exists, and stubbornly refuses to help out with the investigation into the aliens. After having talked to Sunny, now we're going to be going after quite a lot of challenges in one go. And one legacy, by the looks of things. Here, I am taking this guy out and getting the harvested legacy. And while I didn't exactly know that was going to be a legacy, I just took him out because he would be a threat later. Not that he would have not been a threat right then, because we all come in with harvesting tools, which can take a unshielded opponent down in about 5 shots. So, yeah. If you're going to try and take somebody down with a pickaxe, you'd better be dodging and weaving, because if they strike the first blows, then you're pretty much sunk. You'd better really start jumping like a cricket if you want to survive that little pickaxe fight. Because if you don't, there is no way that you're going to be able to get through it. Anyway, I am now doing the challenge to fish at different fishing holes. Which I don't know exactly why I decided to do that. I don't even know if I was trying to do a challenge at that point, to be honest with you. But when push comes to shove, I got the challenge done, and it ended up being completing 2 challenges for the price of 1: to catch fish and to fish at different fishing holes. Then I take my shield potions here and get my shield up to full. And by the way, guys, probably not a very useful disclaimer, but I'll put it here anyway. Since Chapter 2 Season 7 is already finished, this is not meant to be a tutorial series. This is simply meant to get some space on my PlayStation 4, so that I don't run into any more error messages when I try to update any of my games. Because apparently 50 gigabytes is not enough to update a 3 gigabyte update. Yeah. That's what I thought. Anyway, let's go on ahead and jump over here, because now we are going into a fight against this guy, taking him out by assault rifle, and this clip's about to end. Past the fishing challenge, I am go on ahead and grab some weapons. Turns out that happens to be a challenge as well, to collect different types of weapons. That's probably why I was fishing, to be honest with you. But, now honestly speaking, I usually gravitate more towards the legendary quests because they were limited time. And here we are about to get into some PvP related challenges. And before I do that, I am greeted by a familiar sight. This is an upgrade bench. I believe that this was from Chapter 1. But, to be honest with you, back then, you needed materials in order to, upgrade your guns. Now, you need gold. So, after, realizing I didn't have enough gold to, upgrade my weapons, I decided to move on. Because, yeah, there wasn't really much of a point to sticking around when there was no way that I was going to be able to do anything with it. Anyway, let's head on up to the next part of this, and we will take it from there. I got to a landmark called Timber Tent here, and alrighty, let's see what we got. There are some gunshots up ahead, and then somebody starts trying to shoot at me. So I kind of dodge and weave behind walls up until I find the guy, and then I take him out, finishing off the assault rifle elimination challenge, which I have listed as assault rifle kills. Well, actually, that was just a normal elimination challenge, actually. The AR kills are going to be the last thing that I have listed. But anyway, let's go on ahead and move on to the next thing. Here I took a little risk and, well, I don't know. Alright. Yeah, I took a little risk here and started using a hand cannon, which in the right hands is a devastating weapon. But guess whose hands aren't right for the weapon to be devastating? Still, I do manage to get weapons locked, a legacy where you have to get more than one weapon accolade of different types. I get one more accolade here in a little bit, where it comes to, well, one more legacy, I think, in this round. Where I get AR expert. It's either in this round or the next one, I don't know. I really couldn't tell you. But that legacy is Hyper Blaster. So you have that to look forward to here in a little bit. Anyway, let's go on ahead and just commentate on what we see here. So basically what that entails is I'm roaming through a field of yellow flowers until I meet up with my next target, and I'm climbing up this hill to see if I can find anyone. And it takes me a good bit to find someone because this clip is pretty long. It is about 6 minutes and 3 seconds long, as a matter of fact. So, we're gonna be here a while. I could indeed use a time warp to speed up to the next part, but as it is, this is only 30 minutes and 57 seconds. The only thing that I would do it for is to give myself less to commentate about, because I run out of words pretty fast and it's just awkward silence, so... yeah, that's pretty much the only reason. Although I seem pretty chatty right now, so I get that guy taken out. So does the legacy pop up now, or okay. Okay. I take that guy out with one as well. There it is. There's Hyper Blaster. Get to AR Expert on Chapter 2, Season 7. Nice. Alrighty. So, I basically take a shield potion there, and the storm catches me before I can do much else, so I then move on and here's where my luck runs out. Basically, I try to take that guy out with the hand cannon, and I'm pretty sure many of you are screaming at your screens right now because I missed some pretty obvious shots. But unfortunately, it's a little bit too late for words. The next challenges on the chopping block, the one that I was going for is to collect stone from the aftermath. But what I also got at the same time, or rather just before it, is I got the distance traveled gliding. So there we go. There's that done. Now, at first I run around like a chicken with its head cut off, because I kind of figured that the challenge entailed that I needed to collect a certain type of rock, e.g. Collectibles. But what I come to realize was I basically just harvest stone from the stone formations later on in this, and it turns out that that was what the challenge had meant the whole time. Before that, however, I go after some invincible rocks in order to try and do the challenge. However, as I mentioned before, they are invincible. So my pickaxe basically passes right through that one. That one's too solid to break. And I struggle to find any more until I come across this rather familiar looking one. And when I start swinging on it, it actually let my pickaxe pass right through it and get me the stone. So there's that one done. I'll be on here for just a little bit longer because I just seem to have more to do here. I forget exactly what I do in this aside from that, but it doesn't seem to be very much more, as the end of the clip is really coming up. So maybe I just save it here and move on to the next one? I don't know. Yeah, I think that's exactly what it is. In this clip, I'm going to be taking a test drive in what would later become my favorite vehicle of all time. Basically speaking, This is to destroy structures with a vehicle. Basically speaking, I'm going to take a test drive in the Saucer. Yeah, that is straight up my favorite vehicle in the entirety of Fortnite. And the reason for that is, it has 3 full bars of health, it can knock people away with an explosive blast, and it's just as controllable as a choppa. So you can basically just hover in place for a while and just make people's life annoying with it. And I know that sounds bad, but they nerf it later on in the season, and it doesn't become as fun anymore. But I still use it exclusively for the damage from above challenge. Because let me tell you something, that thing is awesome for that challenge. It deals 30 damage per pop, and it deals explosive damage to structures, which if that structure's wood, yeah, that's gonna be kind of fun. So I test out the pulse rifle, and it's just like a weapon that Jester had told me about in Chapter 2, Season 4, the Stark Energy Rifle. Basically, it deals... basically, its firing rate increases when you don't aim it. But, as you may expect, that sacrifices your accuracy. So, basically, you're trading accuracy for firing rate when you want to fire it like that. Those pulse rifles, they are actually pretty useful when it comes to fighting, because even when you aim down the sights, they can actually be pretty powerful weapons in their own right. So I am checking my challenges while I am hearing a saucer in the background. And it is a miracle that they did not see me and start attacking me, because I was completely there oblivious and just basically a sitting target. So when I finally see the saucer, I start hammering on it with the pulse rifle without aiming, and then they start coming down with the saucer, and I basically just hijack it. I take it clean away from them, and I go out of shotgun range with it and start blasting their structure. This is where this is the function of the saucer that I use the most, the energy cannon, because it's pretty much the only thing that that's even remotely useful as a weapon. So I basically just blast this guy from pretty much every angle, and he's just running for cover. He does not know what to do at this point, and I'm just having the most fun that I have ever had in the whole thing, in my whole career. Most of the time, Jester is the one playing, but this is the one season where I am actually glad that I played, because I was just having a blast. If the demand is great enough, I might actually look into uploading episodes of the next season. But, well, I say that, but, I still have a lot on my plate. I still have the score war and this to contend with. Plus, I'm having to put something else onto a practice DVD later on tonight, so I won't be uploading a double project today. However, that's not to say that I won't be doing so soon, so you have that to look forward to. Anyway, let's go on ahead and get on with the rest of this round, so that we can basically just get this off of my system. And here's another challenge that I'm going to be completing here: explosives eliminations. Starting right here. I charge up the energy cannon and fire, and that's really the only way that you can use the energy cannon. You don't have to hold down the button, mind you, but it'll charge by default. So there we go. 2 explosives eliminations, and that finishes the challenge. In what is to be the last clip of the episode, I am going to be dealing damage to vehicles with players inside. And that happens right about here. Somewhere, anyway. This is also where I learn exactly how useless the tractor beam is as a weapon. I mean, sure, some people have figured out how to do it and make it actually hurt. But aside from that, there really is no merit to using the tractor beam. Especially for how I was planning on using it in this exact clip. But that's neither here nor there. Let's go on ahead and get down to the part where it actually happens. So, essentially, I figure out that not only is it useless as a weapon, but it has a pretty limited range. So, while this guy is shooting down at them, I am dragging him up into the air at a height that I figure would actually have killed him. And if the tractor beam didn't make it to where you didn't take any fall damage, it would have. However, unfortunately, it does do so, and you are left with pretty much little choice except for to use the energy cannon to directly harm people. I did use the tractor beam to hurl vehicles into the storm later on, because said vehicles did interfere with the damage from above challenge. Or at least, that's how I felt anyway. Soon enough, you'll see exactly how one of my methods to remedy that. It was, I'm pretty sure a lot of people got really upset with me when they realized that that I had done that to them. So here I am doing the drastic experiment of going up to the world limit and then dropping somebody down. And normally that would have done something. However, normally people aren't affected by low gravity either. or whatever the tractor beam it does to make people immune to fall damage. But I get taken out, placing number 10, by this guy right here. I would buy one of those, but I never do seem to have the V-Bucks to do so. And I do not have any plans to buy any extra V-Bucks. Well, that seems to be about it for this episode. But join me in the next one, where I do some more of these challenges. I do not have them listed currently as to what they are, but you'll see them soon enough. So, in the meantime, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you all later. Until then, adios amigos.